Hi, chat. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to tonight's stream as part of the Summer of Streams series. I am your host, Robbie Basel, as always. I hope everyone's doing well. The stream will be kicking off. The full festivities will be kicking off when the timer hits 0. So that's when the chaos will begin. And hopefully you guys will tune into that. And while you wait, make sure to enjoy the tunes. Maybe grab some popcorn or some other food and lock in. It's the United States and Guatemala in the Gold Cup semifinals. And tonight's festivities starts in about 16 minutes. 5 more minutes, chat. 5 more minutes till tonight's festivities start. If you have a song request and we won't get demonetized, write it up in the chat. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Final Gold Cup stream because of my schedule. And boy, am I excited. Hopefully, like all of you, it's the United States, one of the favorites to win the tournament against the top underdog and Guatemala. Boy, am I excited. And boy, am I excited to see all of you in just 4 minutes now. Let me rest my voice. Let me turn up the music. Stream starts and the chaos starts in just a couple. See you boys in a minute. Bald Eagles, tea in the harbor, and god damn it, it's the Gold Cup semifinals. It is finally time, chat. Make sure to hit the like button, write whatever you want in the chat, because it's time for football again. I've been waiting to say that for like 5 days because my voice is back. And boys, welcome back to the chaos. Welcome back to the CONCACAF Gold Cup watch-alongs. Oh, I've been waiting to say that for like 4 days now. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, chat. It's been a minute. We're finally back. Welcome to another RBTV watch along. It's the CONCACAF Gold Cup semifinals. We're only doing one semifinal because my voice would be dead after a second. It's the United States, the favorite, or one of them, to win the competition against Guatemala, the biggest underdog of the whole tournament. A team I counted out off rip. I said they're going to finish behind Jamaica, but then they went out and beat Jamaica, which is absurd. And a run for Guatemala, which saw them play the best quarterfinal by far when they went out and won on penalties against Canada. Chat. Yes, they went out and beat Canada. Like, unheard of, by the way. I had no faith in them against Canada. Canada scored early, but Guatemala showed their resiliency again because it's a Central American country. No one's a pushover unless you're like Montserrat or something. And Guatemala show their quality again, score after Canada got a red card. They went to pens. There was like a moment where like no one could hit anything. And then Canada hit the ball crossbar. Guatemala score, and now they're playing the United States men's national team here tonight. I am your host, Robbie Basel, at it again. I may not have my full voice today, chat, but what I can tell you is that chaos is so inevitable. Why are you guys all voting for Guatemala? Do we all think Guatemala is going to win? What is this? What the? Do we have everyone from Guatemala here in the chat? Which respect, by the way. We had people from Brazil a couple of streams ago. We had people from Jamaica last time. Like I know, like my channel somehow has a big global audience, even though the subscriber count is low. 92% of you vote for Guatemala. Respect, honestly. Um, but yeah, right, real quick before we go into lineups and analysis, put your score prediction in the chat. We'll go over mine in a minute after we go over the lineups. Let's do that right now. Actually, we have the starting lineups to go over, and we don't have a sponsor for them, so we're just gonna throw them up on screen. This is the U.S. one, 4-2-3-1 with Freese in goal. Same back four that the U.S. started with on in the quarters, Delatorre and Adams, and holding midfield, Diego Luna, Malik Tillman, and Sebastian Berhalter with Agyemang up front. A squad that is sometimes so frustrating, but damn it, are sometimes are they so entertaining. Let me tell you, if you've never watched the U.S. men's national team, I haven't really been able to talk about them very much because I've been focused on the streams. But they are fun to watch when they're actually like moving the ball. When they're just when it's a standstill, it's terrible. But when they're actually like able to create plays, especially through players like the triangle in the midfield with Adams, Delatorre, and Tillman, it is fun to watch. Let me tell you, it is very, very fun to watch. But they had their backs a little bit against the wall last time because they went out and they played a certain national team called Costa Rica. And if you remember my preview stream, for those who watched it, I praised the hell out of Costa Rica and said they are a semifinalist just waiting to happen. They got thrown into the group with Mexico, and the U.S. rather predictably almost sold completely against Costa Rica. Costa Rica scored. They went 2-1 down after the U.S. scored with courtesy of Luna and Arvston, two players that to me are the most frustrating players I've ever seen put on a U.S. kit. but then they get a goal courtesy of Martinez. Costa Rica do. It goes to 2-2. We go to pens. John Tolkien, who I actually think I commentate his brother's games a lot now, missed. We like three straight people missed penalties. It was a very awkward moment. And eventually, the U.S. got the winner courtesy of Damian Downs. Both teams coming off of penalty shootout wins on Sunday, and the U.S. honestly looked way better. They should have won that game by like multiple goals. But on the flip side, this is the Guatemala team. We'll show up the lineups again in a bit. 4-3-3, very simple 4-3-3. They could control possession well, but they really had their backs against the wall early against Canada because Canada scored early and Guatemala eventually responded pretty much due to the red card. But here they are in a Gold Cup semifinal for I think like the first time in a minute. These two teams, by the way, have not faced off in I believe a decade almost now. When was the last time these two played each other? 2016. So nearly a decade ago, March of 2016. The US actually lost to Guatemala 2 times ago when they played in Guatemala. A match that the US lost 2-0 courtesy of Rafa Morales and Carlos Ruiz. That's kind of awkward to say that the US lost to this team, but then we went out and won 4-0 at home a couple days later. This was when like Jeff Cameron, Zusi, Clint Dempsey was still there. Josie Altidore. What is this team? That's a very weird team to look at for the US. But we actually have not beaten Guatemala on the road ever, which is very awkward. Last 6 times we've played them, we've won. I believe we've won 4, lost 1, and drew 1, which I believe is what it is. Yeah, 1-4, including 4-0, 4-0, 6-0, and 3-1 wins over Guatemala. We've only conceded 1 goal against Guatemala in the United States since 2012, which is unbelievably insane. But then you go to the fact that we've actually played Guatemala on the road, which we're not on the road for this, um, we've conceded 3 goals and only have scored 1, which further proves, right, how important home field advantage is in CONCACAF. Because for those who are real OGs know how much I harp on home field advantage in this. And for the US, this whole competition is like a home field advantage because it's all in the US. Other than I think maybe Canada had a match in Canada. I don't know. Sorry, chat. That'll happen a lot today because of the cough and the sore throat. But yeah, those who don't know, in my USL broadcast, I lost my voice and got a sore throat on Saturday. I haven't recovered from it that great. But yeah, they're about to do the lineups. By the way, fit. We got the US scarf. Obviously, you can see the US here. Also, over 200 of you have already viewed the stream, which is utterly insane. So shout out to you guys. Some of y'all can hit the subscribe button. We'll do more like other content, like other sports. We're gonna do more watch-alongs of some other stuff. Club World Cup final we're gonna do. Yeah, just a schedule update. We're gonna do game on Saturday, I think, when I come back from my brief trip, and then we are gonna do the Club World Cup quarterfinal, and then the final on the Sunday, I think. Is Robbie gonna lose his voice this stream? Honestly, I have no idea. Yeah, they're going through the national anthems. The last time we did a stream on here, the last stream we did on this was Jamaica and was it Jamaica and Panama? Yeah, it was Jamaica against Panama. But yeah, that was the last stream we did. You guys showed out for that, by the way. 800 views is absurd. Just for reference on how crazy this whole series has been, um, we've done 4K views since we started streaming soccer. And if you're those who don't know how small this channel is, um, like 80% of the views have been from this summer. Dig the fit? Yeah. I've been waiting for this for 2 weeks, like, to do a US game. And every time the US played, I was busy, other than the quarterfinal match and this, which is like annoying. 'Cause I wanted to do the final. I'm on the road next week, which kind of sucks. Why is the poll 86% for Guatemala? Do y'all know something I don't? What is this? Last time all y'all voted for Jamaica and they lost what was it, 4-1 to Panama? I guess that's a good omen for the US then. I don't know. Yeah, fit check. What do we rate the fit? You got the US Christian Pulisic kit from 22. And then I got this scarf. My mom bought it for me when I turned like 18 or 19 when I got this. Honestly, I don't even. Oh no, I turned 18 when I got this. So when we were like pushing for the World Cup or whatever. Yeah, up the US. Yeah, I will be more of a homer today, chat. I'm sorry. I have not been able to do like an Arsenal game or one of these like ever. So yeah, the homer vibes will be there. Someone actually messaged me personally. What is the wristband? Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see it. Is the camera gonna be able to? Yeah, it works. So this is a Morris Elite. What's a wristband? Shout out to Morris Elite. Oh, as always, by the way, awesome team over there. Well, only one game left for them, which is really sad. I loved working at Morris Elite. Like the squad was great, the matches were solid. But yeah, they got this for me. What was it, last week? Yeah, no, on Saturday, which was pretty cool. Score prediction. What I want to happen is that we win this game 6-0, but I don't think that's what's gonna happen. You always root for the US to blow out somebody because usually the US makes a game and annoyingly uncomfortable. They go over lamps again. So we're about to get ready to go, chat. But I think this will be a 1-0 or 2-0 US. Guatemala will get their chances for sure. Absolutely. If they went on and did stuff against Canada, there's no reason they should not be doing stuff in a game like this. They have Tillman on the wing. What is that tactic? It's literally said Tillman. Tillman doesn't play on the. I mean, they really don't have a winger. See, chat. This is why I said in my preview stream they need Pulisic more than you think. Because if they have Christian Pulisic or like some competent players in this, we'd win it. We would have won this tournament. Like, not a doubt. No doubt. We would have won this. It's going to be fun, though. We have O'Shane Nation of Jamaica, I believe, the referee. All right. One more time. We'll put the lineups on screen. They'll be on the bottom to make it easier to see. This is the US one right now on the bottom. US will be in blue. Guatemala, I believe, are in white. From St. Louis, Missouri. If you don't know, there's a lot of history with St. Louis and U.S. soccer. I even didn't know about until like today. which is pretty cool. U.S. will kick us off with Diego Luna. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a semifinal. We're underway in St. Louis. Chris Richards hits it forward for the U.S. One initially backed by Guatemala, heading toward the near side corner flag. Battle for it with Freeman and Munoz, and he'll be out of play over the end line for a goal kick. United States going from left to right, Guatemala right to left. Mauricio Pochettino, still under 500 record as a coach with the U.S. That's insane. The fact that he's still doing that bad is nuts. Hit forward by Samayoa, intercepted by the U.S. And that's De La Torre trying to find Arfston on the outside. Back across into the U.S. half. Playing it around the back line are the Stars and Stripes with Richards. Chris Richards, who has scored this Gold Cup, by the way. One of the big leaders on the team. Both center backs are, with Ream, who is captain. Chris Richards, of course, and along with Tyler Adams. Richards under a lot of pressure, just hits it forward. Nice work for to win it back. Or Guatemala with it now Rosales trying to switch it towards Altan. Still battle for it at the D at the top of the U.S. box. Still no one can control possession right now, but it's eventually won back by Tim Ream, but errant pass and Rosales intercepts, but he takes a long strike and it's low and wide at the far post. You could see, though, what this Guatemala team can do out of possession and the problems they can cause. Luis Tena, manager of Guatemala, there on screen. His group being the surprise of the tournament by far. A lot of people were initially pointing it to be Honduras because they lost 6-0 and then made it to the next round. Won a knockout game. Here's Diego Luna just outside of the Guatemala 18-yard box. Low cross by Arfston, blocked and cleared by the visitors. Just getting underway here in the Gold Cup semifinal. I'm Robbie Basel, the host of this nonsense. It's the U.S. 0, Guatemala 0. U.S. currently playing through their back line. Enter the Guatemalan half only for a moment with Freeman. Now it's with Tim Ream. To the far side, Arfston. Entering the attacking third are the U.S. Long switch to the near side towards Malik Tillman. Correction, that's Freeman on the ball. Top of the box. Big fake by Tillman. Long shot. Save. Followed by Luna. And the U.S. have scored. Diego Luna with a tap in. And the Stars and Stripes lead. Inside 4 minutes. Diego Luna taps one home. And it's the U.S. who are on the board first. 1-0. Yeah, Luna's going to be on the ball. Enter the final third. Starts that long switch to Freeman. Freeman able to find one at the top of the box. Tillman turns. Initial shot from the edge of the D saved. And Luna breaks through and scores our opener. Initial shot was actually by De La Torre. And Luna able to tap it home. And the 10 in blue plays for Real Salt Lake. Opens the scoring for the U.S., man. 1-0. 4th minute goal by Luna unassisted. Guatemala trying to find an immediate response. To go wide, long cross. It's going to go over the head of everyone. It's actually going to be out of play for a throw. 2nd career goal as a USMNT player for Diego Luna. Both of them scored in this tournament, both of them in the last 2 games. And you can see the multitude of US M&T fans, but also the big crowds for Guatemala. They came out this tournament. They showed up. Most of the Caribbean countries showed out. Looks like the referee's talking to Malik Tillman and the 13 of Robles. US take the throw by the corner flag. Battle for it with Tillman and Altan, and it's out of play. US throw. Hot start for the US, leading a goal to nil. Long throw in the direction of Agyamang. He can't keep it in. It's out for a throw in for Guatemala. They're just joining. Diego Luna has scored for the US. And the Stars and Stripes lead 1-0. After Guatemala had the real first chance. They're battling for it in the US half on the near sideline, and it's out of play. For the throws, there's a player down. I believe it's Rosales. And it looks like he might have a head injury. So the referee was signaling for immediately. Take a look at the battle. Rosales. His forehead connected with Tyler Adams. What a start for the U.S. I was not expecting this. U.S. will throw it all the way back to their goalkeeper in Matt Freese, who saved multiple penalties in the shootout win on Sunday night. Here's Berhalter for the U.S. Back to Chris Richards. High pressure coming from Guatemala, trying to trap the Stars and Stripes. But the hosts are able to escape. Here's Tillman on the ball for the U.S. Back to Berhalter. Near side again, Tillman. And now the U.S. select to go all the way back to Chris Richards. By the way, we might do a Q&A later. So if you want to do a Q&A with me just to get to know me better, you will do a Q&A. Long ball heading towards the near side corner flag. Fighting for it is Agyamang. He's able to keep it in. Finding Freeman. Now Malik Tillman. Freeman and Berhalter passing it together. And Berhalter trying to connect with Freeman. Nice initial interception by Samayoa. The U.S. still have it now, far side. De La Torre. Luna trying to slip through Agyamang, but a little bit too far was that pass, and it goes into the hands of Navarro for the first time. How we think the U.S. is doing so far, chat? We like how they're doing? 28th meeting. Remember, we just went over the record since 2012. The U.S. have only lost 5 times. 2 of those have been in the last 13 years. They've never lost or dropped a Gold Cup matchup in their history against Guatemala. Now with the ball, Herrera. Now Robles, low cross intercepted by Ream, cleared away by Adams. Well, partial clearance, volley attempt from the top of the box, but it was saved. That was Robles again. It was into the hands of Freese, and he rolls it out to Freeman. Alex Freeman, who's been excellent at right back the whole tournament, playing for Orlando City. They were talking about him before, how he's one of the big risers on who could maybe make the World Cup squad. And I kind of backed out. Ooh, that's an errant clearance. Freeman keeps it in, heads it towards Agyamang in the 18, but nice recovery by Pinto. He's able to hit it out for a U.S. throw. Samayoa was dueling with Agyamang. but it was out of play. The U.S. controlling possession in the attacking third. They like to go wide to Arvston. Now De La Torre. Tillman trying to connect with a backheel pass. Now Luna to Berhalter. Still in the attacking third, the United States. Tillman. Malik Tillman. Still Malik Tillman. Long strike blocked. Follow-up chance by Tillman is wide. Wasn't a bad strike at all by Tillman, but it was just wide of the far post. Look at it one more time. Tillman initially trying to connect with Diego Luna. Initial shot blocked, but it actually was a nice interception by Tillman. But that one just goes a little bit wide. Guatemala pushing forward the other way. Numbers for the visitors. Low strike, deflected out for a corner. Nice defending there by Tim Ream. Santis was pushing forward on the far side. Like I said, it's going to be a corner for Guatemala. It's their first real chance in a little bit, Guatemala. We'll see. They do have a lot of numbers in the box. You know about the physicality of a lot of the teams in this Gold Cup. Ball whipped in. Battle for it in the 18, but it's won by Chris Richards of the U.S., and the clearance was blocked by Samayoa, and it's out for a throw-in. Take a look at the goal again. Initial shot from De La Torre saved, and Diego Luna in the perfect spot to finish it off and put the U.S. a 0-0 up. The U.S. lead is safe? No. Short and simple, no. Oh, by the way, I backed the person that just voted for the U.S. because they're 1-0 up. And they're pushing forward again. Luna elects to go long switch to the near side. Berhalter. Now Freeman. Shout out to everyone who's viewed the stream so far. 290 of you, actually, according to my statistics on my OBS. So some of you could hit the subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Do a lot of soccer content. We'll be getting more guests on, hopefully before the end of the summer. That was an errant pass trying to connect with Malik Tillman. It goes all the way into hands of the Guatemalan keeper, Navarro. Long switch from far side to near side was unsuccessful by Guatemala, and it's out of play for a throw-in. Right in front of the technical area to the left side. Energizer Park, St. Louis is where this match is today. And it's the U.S. leading 1-0. They're going to get another throw-in on that near side. It'll be Freeman to take again. Goes long towards Agyamong. Battle for it on the near side, right near the sideline. Guatemala wins it back. Now another battle won back by Sebastian Berhalter. And now the U.S. are pushing forward. Long switch from Tillman, able to connect with Luna. Diego Luna cuts through. It's Luna again! It's a double for Diego as the U.S. strikes again. Voice cracks and banger finishes. U.S. leads 2-0. What a start from the U.S. It was a slow start to the competition for Diego Luna. But so far tonight, he's had a hot start in St. Louis. U.S. 2, Guatemala 0. Play starts with that ball that was won back by Berhalter, able to find Tillman. They go long switch towards Diego Luna. Goes near post, beats Navarro. Man, what a start for the U.S., man. 2-0 to the Stars and Stripes. The U.S. leading 2-0. It's Luna from Tillman. And Guatemala's backs are against the wall early. Hit forward, one back initially by Adams, but it's now controlled for a moment by Robles. Wide to Herrera for Guatemala. This is just a moment where if you're Guatemala, you got to slow things down. Recycle and try to find any comfort level. Because you're 2-0 down in 16 minutes. But against a team with a lot of momentum, it's going to be a tough ask. But Guatemala are pushing forward. Low cross collected. Guatemala still have it inside the 18. That's a Travella finish, but it's wide. Rosales took that strike. Nice connection between him and Morales. It's a slicing finish, trying to go top bins, but it's just wide. So it remains 2-0 to the U.S. for now. Goal kick cleared away by Freese. One back, actually, by Herrera for Guatemala. United States' 17th Gold Cup semifinal appearances. They've reached the 12 of the previous 16 finals. This is the second semifinal appearance for Guatemala. They lost to Mexico in '96. The U.S. actually lost the last time they were in the semifinals, losing on penalties to Panama, I believe. After they won in penalties on pens in the quarters, I believe against Canada, the U.S. lost in the semifinals to Panama. They are currently in the driver's seat, leading 2-0 against Guatemala tonight. A team that, as mentioned, is making their first Gold Cup semifinal appearance in 29 years. Gotta respect that at the end of the day, though. Here's Richards for the U.S. Now Freeman in the back as the U.S. continue to pass through the back line. While they do that, I'm gonna get a sip of water. Hold that thought as the U.S. were pushing forward. Aguiamong was on the ball. And it's going to be a throw-in on the far side by the corner flag for the U.S. Right when I muted the mic, the U.S. are pushing forward. They don't want me to drink water. Voice Crack FC. I back that comment, actually. Voice Crack. That's wild, Voice Crack FC. Guatemala with a nice interception, and they're passing it through their back line. Hitting it forward was Navarro, but he's unable to connect with his far side winger in Altan. Battle for the ball in the midfield, one back by the U.S. Nice through ball in the direction of Aguiamon. I thought he was offside. He still missed anyway. Yeah, he was offside. What was that? All right, can we take a look at this again? And by the way, another interception by Tillman. Why aren't they putting the flag up earlier? Also, how did he miss that? For Jesus Christ. Also, I can't. Crap. Sorry, chat. Long clearance in the direction of Chris Richards. Scramble for the ball between Richards and the striker, Ruben. It's out of play for a throw to the U.S., and it'll be taken by Malik Tillman. Yeah, I do cough a lot. Robbie's choking more than the Guatemalan national team. They're not even choking, though. Like, honest to God, did we expect? I don't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect from Guatemala. And we expected them to be like somewhat competitive, but they aren't choking because the U.S. striked first and haven't looked back. Bro, a lot of y'all are just DMing me stuff instead of writing in the chat. Why? Munoz and Freeman fighting for the ball towards the near side U.S. corner flag. Richards was able to clear for the Stars and Stripes. Getting it back was Pinto. Connects with Herrera. Now Robles. Or to Samayoa. Excellent looking ball by Samayoa, but it's headed away by Richards at the top of the 18. Diego Luna with a flying clearance. And the U.S. are going to win a foul. Their first time winning a foul in this game here in minute 22 of this match. That's a good. Oh, Guatemala pushing forward. Initial shot blocked. Follow-up chance whiffed. Put my phone, check my messages for 2 seconds, and madness ensues. That's actually a great question. What's the Morris Elite score? We're gonna check multiple games again, chat. Morris Elite. We're gonna do this even if they yeah, check Sofa. Shout out Sofa score, by the way. They're playing Ironbound. Has it even started yet? No. Cool. We'll check on them later because the match hasn't started yet. US 2. Guatemala 0. I'm your host, Robbie Basel, with only like 70% of my voice. But we still move as the U.S. lead 2-0. Just cleared it away. Now Guatemala is playing it through their back line. Guatemala continuing to pass the ball through the midfield now, and they're progressing forward, and they're going to win a foul inside the U.S. half. Altan wins it after he got tangled with Tyler Adams. They like to go short and just playing it through their back line again. Nice big challenge by Adams, but it was won back by Guatemala. Visitors continuing to play through their back line with Samayoa and Pinto. Rosales to Morales, who was trying to connect with Munoz, but winning it back was Freeman for the U.S. Hits it forward towards Agyamang. Agyamang out-muscles Samayoa. It's a 1v1, and he gets taken down. This could be a yellow. It doesn't look like it will be. There's a big challenge by Morales. Gonna be a free kick for the U.S. So yeah, free kick U.S. from about 35 yards. They'll be taking it on the near side, right by the sideline. One player over it is Diego Luna. Couldn't see who the other one was. Luna's actually not on this one. Taken by Berhalter, whipped towards the far post, but it's collected by Navarro. Likes to go long, trying to connect with the 18 of Santis, but hitting it out of play. for a throw was Chris Richards. Yeah, make sure y'all are writing in chat. I want to see what you guys think throughout the match. We'll open a Q&A thing in a bit too. I won't forget about that. Long, big switch connecting with Morales. His low cross headed on, and it's just wide. Santis is right there. That was a very uncomfortable moment for Matt Freese. I don't know what he was doing. I got to see this again. It was a great ball. Actually, towards Morales. His low cross bounced past Alton. And it found Santis. He heads it. And it just goes wide. I thought that might have gone in for a second. But Guatemala really growing into the game now. U.S. have the ball with Arvston. And U.S. continuing to play through their back line again. Diego Luna's brace. Puts the U.S. 2-0 up. U.S. just playing through their back line, not really doing anything right now. How do I do this? Oh, I have to type stuff? Okay, I can't do that yet then. Oh, the U.S. are pushing forward again towards Aguiamong, but it's too far, and it's one back initially by Guatemala, but big physical duel was won back by Sebastian Berhalter. Aguiamong goes wide towards Luna, but Aguiamong was offsides again. How do we watch the Morris Elite game? So y'all can watch it on YouTube. Or something called Sports Engine. We're actually playing right now on Sports Engine. Another big switch by Guatemala, who are pushing forward again. Let to go the ball towards the 6-yard box. But Guatemala are offsides. That was a very uncomfortable moment. I don't know what the hell that was. That was, I think Rubin might have been there. Let's take a look at this play again. Was he offsides? Oh, yeah, he was totally offsides. Connecting with that one was Rubin, but he was miles off, chat. Relax. He was miles off. Hit forward by Freese. One initially back by Aguiamong. But his first touch was like my phone hitting my foot. It was poor. And controlling the ball again are Guatemala. Another long ball hit towards Tim Ream of the U.S. And there's going to be another foul. It's going to be called off the ball by Malik Tillman. And now it looks like the referee is giving a talking to towards Tillman. As we've reached the half-hour mark, as we're actually doing a water break. Let me actually get this set up now. I have to move my All right. Yo, Solo, what's going on, bro? How are we? So yeah, we're in the first half. Remember, it's only halves in soccer. It's first half, which goes to minute 45. I know the score bug doesn't really show it, but we are in the first half, which goes to minute 45. And then there will be stoppage time at the end, probably about 3 or 4 minutes. Right now, we're just waiting for play to resume. Because of the heat, they're doing water breaks. So, yeah, we're currently just waiting on play to resume because of water break. That is what is going on. But thank you for the question. U.S. scored 2 goals courtesy of Diego Luna, who I was destroying on the last stream. Sorry, chat. So, yeah, Q&A is up. Ask whatever the hell y'all want. Have at it. With the nonsense being, hopefully I didn't destroy that, which is very possible that I did. Chad, did I break it? I might have broken it. God damn it. While we figure out the chat, play has resumed in our match. Guatemala in possession, and they're going to win a foul on the far side. Yeah, I was trying to get... Sorry, chat. I was trying to get the Q&A thing to work, but I guess it doesn't work. I don't know. Does it work? Who the hell knows? We'll figure out at halftime. Guatemala are pushing forward again, which has been a very popular theme in the last couple of minutes. Hold on. Let me move this back over. But the U.S. are able to get an interception with Sebastian Berhalter. And now the U.S. are on the ball again. Yeah, setup is very scuffed. But when I go back to college, it's kind of like more uniform, I guess. Long ball in the direction of Luca Della Torre. It's going to hit off at the foot, I think, of... Oh, hit off the foot of Della Torre. So it's out for a goal kick. So it'll be goal kick U.S. Goal kick Guatemala, I'm sorry. Hey, it works. So yeah, right in the Q&A if you want. Have at it. I think it should work. I don't know if this is showing or not. I'm so lost. Through ball. Chance for Guatemala. Big save freeze. Why is there a white box there? Hold up. Oh, it's just there because it's there. Cool. I did not know there was a white box there. Cross into the box off the ensuing corner. After all the technical problems, the U.S. are eventually able to clear it again. But only to the feet of a Guatemalan defender, Morales. That's a nice-looking ball into the 18-yard box, but coming out is freeze to make the play, and the U.S. clear. Guatemala really growing into the match now. They're pushing forward, trying to find their first goal, and they're going to win a free kick from about 35, 40 yards. Luna is going to get called for the foul. So a little bit of a worry moment coming up for the U.S. Yeah, Luna with a big shove. So over this one will be Herrera and number 18, Santis. Matt Freese shouting instructions at his teammates. I actually do my job in commentating instead of being a streamer. It's whipped in by Guatemala, initially headed out. Follow-up ball, one back initially by De La Torre. Still a scramble for it at the top of the 18. Eventually cleared out partially by De La Torre. Still a scramble for it on the near side, and hitting it long and away was Freeman. It's nice work there by the U.S. defensively. It's actually Berhalter who won the initial ball back. We're still in the first half. About 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time in the first half. Guatemala are in possession right in front of their own technical area with the 16 of Morales. Once again, we'll put up the lineups just so you know who's on the field first for the U.S. That is the team the U.S. have on the field, just in case you forgot. Long switch towards the 16 Morales. Again, this has worked well for Guatemala. Long ball into the box and heading it wide. No, they're going to call foul against, I believe, the striker Rosales or Ruben. I'm not even sure. Foul will go up against the 9 of Ruben. So it's a free kick for the Stars and Stripes, but geez, this side is really Guatemala have really grown into this. It's like a little uncomfortable now. There's gonna be a whistle and a foul against the U.S. on the other side. So they didn't really show, but it was cleared away, and Sebastian Berhalter shoved Morales from behind. So free kick now for Guatemala. Big challenge. Malik Tillman going down, going on the wrong side of a duel with Samayoa, I believe. Looks like Guatemala might have switched their tactic up to go to a 4-4-2. Long ball towards Morales near side, and he's going to take down Malik Tillman, and it'll be a free kick for the U.S. If you want, you could write in the chat. We can answer some more questions, talk more about what's going on in the world of football. Now we see why Samayoa, who took down Tillman earlier, they actually did connect with each other, which is kind of interesting. U.S. clear, but Guatemala win it back. Nice ball. Bicycle kick attempt by Ruben. Cleared away by Ream. Big sliding challenge. Nice one by Morales. He goes a long switch in the direction of, I believe, Santis. Scramble for on the far side by the corner flag, and it's going to be a throw-in for Guatemala. They take it quickly towards Santis, but coming in and clearing his lines is Tim Ream. Long ball now, Agyemang holds on to it, now finds Tillman in the attacking half. And the U.S. are just going to slow things down again. The game got slow for a bit after the Luna goals, but man, if Guatemala pushed the U.S. in the last couple of minutes, multiple big chances, and they might get another one. Errant pass by Arfston. But tracking back and getting an interception of his own is Diego Luna. A bad back pass towards Matt Freese, who clears it out. Will be for a throw-in or a corner. It is going to be a throw-in. No, a corner. So it is a corner, so a big miscue there by the U.S. goalkeeper. Let's take a look. Yeah, correct call there. Nice work by the assistant referee. Put the flag up right away, said out. Signal for corner. Third one for Guatemala. Oops, in low by Santis. Had it on, but over the end line for a goal kick. Sorry, chat. Yeah, that will happen a lot. I'm sorry, guys. 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. The U.S. leading 2-0. U.S. playing through their back line. High pressure coming from Guatemala. And that pressure paid off for a moment, but the U.S. are on the counter. 2v2. Agimong plays passes too far behind Diego Luna. Luna able to keep it in, though. Far side, still Luna. Dueling with Herrera. Connects with Arston. Takes a big shove. And we have free kick for the U.S. Santis concedes the foul. But man, the U.S. were on the break. It was a 2v2. Agima cutting through the middle like a knife through butter at all the time of the world, and that pass was just too far behind his teammate Diego Luna. But it's a set piece now coming for the U.S. Do y'all not see the poll? See the other stuff? We'll try it again at the half. I don't know why it's not working. U.S. will be playing in the set piece in a second. I don't know. We'll try it again in a minute. We'll leave it up for now. So the set piece for the U.S. It'll be likely taken by Luna. No, Luna's off it now. It looks like two players will be getting talking to by the referee. Sorry, boys. Players that were getting talking to were Chris Richards and Robles, number 13, Robles for Guatemala. Whipped in by Berhalter's deflected. Big save, Navarro. And then the rebound, the U.S. will not get a rebound chance as Berhalter gets called for the foul. What a save, Navarro. He took a deflection off the wall and an outstretched effort by the Guatemalan keeper. Nice, a free kick goal for Sebastian Berhalter. So we're into minute number 44. Guatemala pushing forward again, and they're going to get another corner. Their fourth of the match upcoming. We only won 2 matches? I actually didn't know. Someone pointed this out to me right now that Morris Elite have only won 2 matches. 2 of their 9 matches. That's insane. Last time we won was against Staten Island. That was like forever ago. Cross comes in, battle for it right at the top of the 6 near the penalty spot. I guess someone was offside. Or something must have happened. That call's going to go against Guatemala. So it's flicked on into the direction of offside. Play that was offside. The U.S. eventually were able to clear, but yeah, the flag did go up for offside. We'll see how many added minutes we're going to get. Hit forward by the United States. Berhalter has it in the attacking half. Now Adams trying to connect again with Berhalter. Guatemala gets the interception, and now they're pushing forward again near side wing. Big challenge, advantage played, low strike. It's collected and handled by Matt Freeze. Strike was right at Freeze. It wasn't really low. U.S. pushing forward now, going the other way. De La Torre. Arfston plays it back to Ream. So into minute 45, how many will we get added on is the question, as that pass tried to find Aguiamong, but it's intercepted by Guatemala. Hit forward, and there's a collision, but it's going to be a throw-in for the visitors. 3 added minutes to the end of this first half, and we have players talking to the referee. I don't know if he's signaling for a free kick or a throw-in. It was a late-ish challenge by Adams. I didn't realize it was that late. Chat, can you see the Q&A? Oh, we're going to actually get a yellow card. To Chris Richards. So Chris Richards gets a yellow card. Not really sure what for. Guatemala turn it over. Now Luna. And the U.S. are pushing forward over the midfield line. Or were for a moment as Malik Tillman passes it back to Richards. As we're into the second minute of the 3 originally added minutes. And this one's going to be out of play for a throw. Just writing in something, chat. Hold up. U.S. continuing to pass it around. This ball, U.S. go for a long switch, but it's out of play for a throw far side. Guatemala are pushing forward again. Low cross blocked. It's out of play for a throw in again. By the way, chat, because of the way my voice is, I'm going to have to leave for like 5 minutes. So we'll do the Q&A if it worked afterwards. Or like halftime discussions. I just need to like make sure my voice sounds okay. You know what I'm saying? Throw it, and it's a long throw into the box, headed away by Aguiamong initially. And Guatemala tried to go for an ambitious volley attempt, but it's high and wide. As that should be the end of our first half. And it is. That is the end of the first 45 minutes here on RBTV today. 2 first half goals by Diego Luna opened our scoring. And that is where we stand right now. 2 goals inside 15 minutes boosted the United States' start. But it was the visitors, Guatemala, who had the better of things in the last 15 minutes. I'll talk the first half and we'll do our Q&A if there is anything to ask, or what we could talk about are the other games going on around the world, including tonight's fixture with Mexico and Honduras. We'll talk Gold Cup and more when I come back in about 5 minutes. I don't know if we're ready for a second half, chat. Are we ready? Are we ready? I need a yes. I need a no in the chat. Let me listen to what you guys are saying. I'll need like another second or two to move something. Fellas, we are a couple minutes away from a second half between the United States and Guatemala. 72% of you, by the way, voted for Guatemala to win this match. And so far, I can confidently say the U.S. are in front. Welcome back to another halftime report. You could call it that. It's the halftime. It's like we're just gonna talk today. I can't yell really. I can't really do anything for that. Just to make that comment, I can't really do anything. It's kind of annoying, but it doesn't mean I gotta take this off. Professional streamer, obviously. Um, it doesn't mean that the U.S. could rest on their morals of what they've done so far. They've done good, the U.S. Leading 2-0, doing their thing, normal U.S. stuff. But on top of that, also, by the way, before I forget, what do we think of the music? Is that a WLN? What is it? I don't know. I was like kind of conflicted because I didn't know what y'all like music wise. But the U.S. lead 2-0. Second half right around the corner. Big talking point today from this first half, I'll say, was the U.S. controlled the first 15 minutes and then didn't really like control the game as much as I would as a fan of the U.S. wearing the Pulisic kit, the scarf. They're not controlling things as much as I would like. Not gonna lie. But Guatemala has taken it to the U.S. for sure in the last couple of minutes, which is a weird thing to say, but here we are. But yeah, it's been a very odd match. I think uncomfortable for everybody. That's just the way it is. So, I mean, this was the U.S. lineup they started with. I'm not sure if we'll see changes or not. Uh, I don't think the U.S. should be changing anything. Later on, they might sub out Chris Richards because of the yellow card for Walker Zimmerman, which I would not mind at all. Other than that, U.S. had a solid half. They started fantastic, but haven't done a lot since. For Guatemala, it's the flips. It's the reverse. They started slow, conceded the 2 goals, but really grew into the match. I love the play from Morales, number 16, the left back. He's been great. Delivered a lot of good crosses into the box. I think Santis has been great. 6.3 doesn't justify what he's done so far. I think they need to improve things. Probably in the midfield. US have won the midfield battle for the most part in this game. So I would think that Guatemala would bring on a midfielder. But honestly, what the hell do I know? It's soccer. I don't know. People call out Americans a lot for not knowing anything, and I respect why. But right now, it's the U.S., the non-soccer country, who lead 2-0. And we're about to get going here in the second half of this semifinal in the Gold Cup in just a couple of minutes. By the way, are we still tied? Gotta love how, for those again who don't know, I work for Morris Elite, which is a USL2 team. They're playing right now. We're playing this club called Ironbound. I actually don't know where that is. But they're the team in 9th, and we're in 7th in a 10-team league. We're not going to the playoffs unless we we had to do the definition of backdooring a playoff spot. We have to win out to have a chance. We're probably not doing it. But now they're fighting. How are we last in goals? I kind of get why with the 2-0, 4-1, 2-2. I mean, we've scored a little bit recently, but Yeah, after that win at Staten Island, things went a little bit downhill for the boys, but it's 0-0 in their match. Hopefully they actually go out and get a result. I would love that personally. Really would boost my morale. Someone asked earlier, they messaged me why my voice sounds terrible. This is not my normal voice, chat. I I've been dealing with a sore throat. We'll talk about that in a second as we're about to be underway. Guatemala will kick us off. We're underway in the second half. So more or less, we'll talk about my throat in a minute. This long ball is intercepted by, I think, Sebastian Berhalter. As play has resumed in our match. Guatemala immediately pushing forward on the far side. And they control play with Alzan. My voice right now, for those who don't know, I commentate in USL for Morris Elite. I had like a sore throat in the middle of my match. My voice was essentially gone in the middle of the match on Saturday, the second game I did on Saturday. And since then, my voice has like somewhat recovered, but not all the way. I was doing this game no matter what. That's a nice ball in the box by Guatemala, but it's initially headed away by Tim Ream. Top of the box now, and moving it over to the far side are Guatemala. First time they've been in the semifinals since 1996. That's another good ball in, but Matt Freese comes out and collects. So yeah, voice hasn't fully recovered yet, but we're getting there. My last game is with Morrisley isn't for another week. Well, 10 days now. Wow, Guatemala with another good interception. With it now is Santis. He's able to connect with another teammate. Initial shot blocked. Now Robles drops it off. Now it's back to Robles again. To the near side to the 7 Herrera. Guatemala dominating possession here in the first 2 minutes of the second half. We have some voice now all the way back, but there will be ideally a stream on Saturday. And then no stream next week because of my schedule. And then a stream next week from Sunday for the Club World Cup final. And then we'll figure out the rest of the summer from there. That's a nice bit of work defending by the U.S. And now they're pushing forward with De La Torre. Now Arfston goes wide to Luna near side. Back to the American left back. Takes a hit from behind. And he's going to win a free kick for the Stars and Stripes. So the U.S. are going to win a free kick. Also, by the way, shout out to the 400 of you, the 400 views. That's big for me. So shout out you guys. The viewership this summer has been awesome, I gotta say. You guys have been killing it with the viewership. Like a lot of these streams and the confidence for me with these streams doesn't happen without you guys. So big ups to the chat. You guys deserve a round of applause. Just like the U.S. do for leading this game 2-0. Sebastian Berhalter will be taking this free kick. Kind of in line with the penalty spot, but all the way down at the near sideline. Whipped in by Berhalter into the 6, but it's collected by Navarro, the goalkeeper for Guatemala. Pushing forward are Guatemala, but a nice sliding challenge by Luca De La Torre to win it back for the U.S. A big collision and a yellow card for Guatemala's Robles. Types Y in the chat for the yellow card. We usually do that here and there. It is a yellow. Second of the match, by the way. I forgot about the first one with Richards. So is Steven Robles, who plays for Comunicaciones, which I believe is in Guatemala. Yeah, it's in the Guatemalan League. I actually know who this is. They're one of the CSD Municipals in this league. A lot of Deportivo clubs. But CSD Municipal was like the only club other than Comunicaciones in Antigua, Guatemala. Like the only clubs in Guatemala that I know who they are. To a lot of these guys, yeah, some guys play for Municipal, a DC United. That's kind of random. A lot of Guatemalan league players. Charleston Battery and USL. What is this team? I didn't know a lot of these guys played in America. I thought they all played in the Guatemalan league. Looking at the challenge. Yeah, it's late. Guatemala's I didn't look at the first half stats. How many shots does Guatemala have? 16? No one told me this. I guess that's why my phone was blowing up saying, look at the numbers. Guatemala has 16 shots, and the U.S. has 6. How have they not scored? I don't know. U.S. take the free kick, and they go backwards again. This is probably why. But now they're pushing forward with Diego Luna near side wing. Luna gets taken down by Herrera. And no fouls called. So Herrera just boots it away for Guatemala. Intercepted and won back by Tim Ream. Now Luna able to connect with Luca De La Torre. De La Torre getting to the end line. It's out of play for a goal kick. Nice sliding challenge again by Herrera. Still a long time to go in a game like this. Yeah, both semifinals getting sold out is massive, by the way. Especially the lack of attendance throughout like most of the other rounds of the tournament. Games being sold out, massive. Currently awaiting the restart of play. U.S. leading still 2-0. Guatemala elect to go short, and we're back underway again. With it now is Pinto, the center back. Hits it forward over the top, trying to connect with, I believe, Munoz. Correction, that was Santis, but the U.S. were able to win it back. Now Aguimang was pushing forward after getting a through ball from Diego Luna, but it was won back by Guatemala. Guatemala go from left to right here in the second half. U.S. right to left. Guatemala outshooting the U.S. 16-6, which is insane. And over the last 30 minutes, they've had 60% possession and 12 shots. Scramble forward in the midfield, won back by Guatemala's 11 Munoz. But he was unable to connect with his fullback Morales, and it's out for a throw for the United States. I got it one more time. Yeah, Morales is showing that frustration as well. Better pass there. Guatemala maintains possession. They likely get another good chance out of it. Long pass. Able to be connected to Arfston for the U.S. Now Berhalter. Wide to the American left back. His ball to the box, trying to find Aguimang. Got a little bit of a tangle there with Pinto, but the U.S. are able to win it back. Here in a minute 53 of this Gold Cup semifinal, the United States leading 2-0. Tim Ream with it for the U.S. Long ball to Arfston. Arfston enters the attacking third. Immediately meets the 18. And Santis, Guatemala win it back again. Guatemala have won the ball back a lot when the U.S. have tried to enter the final third. It's kind of interesting how that's happened today. And make sure to also would really appreciate if y'all hit the subscribe button on the way to 50 subs. Do a lot of cool stuff other than streams on this channel. We'll get back to that in the next 2 weeks. Long switch. Trying to connect with Morales, but it's too far now to play for a throw in. U.S. on the far side. Someone just sent me a video of Simbalar highlights. Yeah, should we react? I'm kidding. We're not reacting to Simbalar highlights. It's kind of random thing that gets sent to me right now. U.S. have it on the far side with Tillman. Now Aguimang, and now Tillman over the midfield line. Able to slip through Diego Luna. Numbers moving forward for the U.S., but nice defending by Herrera. Winning it back for Guatemala. The visitors trying to escape the far side corner, still with Herrera. And it's going to be a foul against the U.S. called against Aguimang. Maybe a bit of a bailout call there. And there's another foul against the U.S. Berhalter gets whistled this time. There wasn't a lot of fouls in the first 30 minutes, but definitely the foul number has picked up drastically. drastically is the right word. Like the play of Guatemala as they hit it forward again, but winning it back are the U.S. with Tyler Adams after initially clearing it, heading it away was Tim Ream. Here is Adams, slips past one. Tyler Adams now connecting to Luna. Berhalter couldn't get the end of that pass. Now Guatemala, ooh, that's a reckless challenge, and this is going to be a yellow card coming for, so that's Luca Della Torre, who will be called for who will get the yellow that time. So Della Torre, after the errant pass by Berhalter, will get a yellow. U.S. have more yellows than I thought they did. They have 3 apparently now. I don't know when Luna got a yellow. Guatemala is passing it through their back line again as we're nearing the hour mark. Guatemala want to get back into this. They have to do it soon. They have it on the near side now. Nice little bit of 1-2. Long ball into the box, slicing towards Matt Freese. He's able to collect that one. It was not a bad ball in by Santis, but it was like a big slicer. Guatemala will get forced a turnover, but it's walking through that one. That shot, U.S. turned it over. Tyler Adams got taken down. Guatemala went for a quick shot, but it was saved by Freese. Even though that one was going to go way wide, Freese saved it anyway. And this will be corner number 5 for Guatemala. We'll see what they can do from this set piece. Heads towards the top of the box. It'll be a volley attempt. Shot goes way wide. Still in play, though, as the U.S. are eventually able to clear. Herrera was the one who got the volley on it, but did not connect with it cleanly. That's an errant pass. And looks like the U.S. are preparing a sub. It's Brendan Aronson. Take a look at the last play. This was what Tyler Adams was complaining about. It's like a big shot by Santis. I think Matt Freese, also on the initial save, thought it was deflected. So this is the sub. Luca Della Torre off, replaced by Brendan Aronson. So Brendan Aronson, the somewhat experienced U.S. M&T player, is on for the United States. Guatemala are in possession, heading towards the attacking third, but winning it back was Arfston, who's actually been pretty good tonight. Now Diego Luna for the U.S. They like to go with a switch towards the feet of Alex Freeman. Here is Freeman on the ball once again. Cutting inside is the American right back. And he's going to win a free kick after getting taken down by the 13 of Robles, who's on a yellow already. Other players that the Americans have available tonight: John Tolkien, Mark McKenzie, Miles Robinson, Nathan Harriel, Walker Zimmerman, Jack McGlynn, Paxton Aronson, Quinn Sullivan, Damian Downs, and Brian White, along with goalkeeper Matt Turner, who we thought would start in this tournament, but they've given it to Matt Freese, and he's been pretty solid. The U.S.'s route to get here, they went out and won all 3 matches against Trinidad Tobago. They beat Saudi Arabia 1-0. They beat Haiti. And then won on penalties against Costa Rica. They're going to win another free kick, this time in their own half. Has not been the prettiest game for the U.S., especially in recent minutes, but all they need is a win. Arfston pushing forward near side, trying to find Luna. Able to then go to Agyemang. Back to goal, finds Malik Tillman. Now Berhalter, wide to Freeman. Freeman to Berhalter. Low shot blocked by Munoz, and it's out for a throw in USA. So we've hit the hour mark, half an hour to go. Nice flick there by Luna to extend the play to find Agyemang. He's been great, Diego Luna. 8.9 match rating per foot mob. US take the throw on far side. Freeman elects to go back to Adams. And the US are just going to recycle it through their backline again. Tillman goes far side wing. Freeman. Here's Brendan Aronson inside the 18. Takes a big hit. Play continues. Back to Freeman. Ball in the box. Head up by Agyemang. Big save, Navarro. Agyemang won the aerial duel, but it's going to be a corner for the U.S. U.S. has their first corner tonight. Sorry, chat. They'll be taken on the near side by Berhalter. Whipped in by the 8 in blue. Initially headed out by Guatemala and eventually cleared by Samayoa. And there's a big collision and a foul against. No, play continues. Sorry, guys. There was a big collision with Adams and somebody else. One of the Guatemalan players, I think, possibly Robles. The play continues. U.S. pushing forward. Agyemang slips through Tillman, but they couldn't initially connect. Tillman takes a big shove from behind. It's out of play. Goal kick for Guatemala. Yeah, Tillman took a big shot there. And the ball went over the end line. He might have been offside as well. Who knows? Looks like Guatemala are preparing three changes. Castellanos, being Oscar Castellanos, definitely being one of them. Also, there is the 20 of Elgar Escobar, along, I believe, we'll actually find out the third one in a second. Guatemala are in possession near side. Dancing through defenders is Santis. Likes to go wide, far side wing. It's a nice lofted ball heading towards the top of the 6. Initially headed away. And another battle, and it'll be a free kick upcoming for the U.S. Malik Tillman got taken down on the second ball. So 26 minutes to go. Guatemala. That was a tackle there by Robles, who's, again, on a yellow. I don't know what he's doing. By the way, for those who care, Morris Elite are at 0 with Ironbound. Very weird matchup over there, apparently. Here's Arfston, hits it forward towards Diego Luna. Now Brendan Aronson. Aronson able to slip through Agyemang. It's Agyemang! Initial save. Follow-up chance, no. Navarro almost hit it away from Agyemang. How is this not 3-0? Let's walk you through it again. Excellent work there by Diego Luna. Brilliant first touch. Able to find Aronson, who slips through Agyemang, who might have been onside. You can't really tell by that angle. Agyemang trying to get it past Navarro. Initial shot saved. The follow-up open goal. Aguiman couldn't get it on target. Jeez. So down for a goal kick for Guatemala again. So visitors can breathe for a second. So Altan is off, replaced by Escobar. It's the 22 of Franco that's on for Robles. Jonathan Franco, who plays at CSD Municipal, also in Guatemala, along with number 17, Oscar Castellanos. Are we getting ran off the field? Not really. No one's doing anything. Guatemala had it in their midfield, but the U.S. able to get an interception, and now pushing forward is Malik Tillman. Now on the near sideline, and it's out of play. U.S. throw right at the midfield line. So the U.S. back in control again. Winner will play Mexico or Honduras. Who do we have winning that one? Mexico or Honduras? As the U.S. play through their back line again. I actually don't know. Oh, that ball finds the feet of Aguiman. He's pushing forward again. Aguiman goes for a 1v1. Aguiman might be through. Aguiman shot denied. Sliding through and getting the block was the new sub Franco, out for a corner. Second one for the U.S. Aguiman got by Samayoa. So it's the second U.S. corner. Taken short by Berhalter. Now Luna for the U.S. Top of the box now, Tillman, but wait, they're going to have to try it again. So it'll be another corner for the U.S. will have to take it again. It'll be Sebastian Berhalter taking this one. Whipped in, top of the 6, punched away by Navarro. Another through ball. It goes through all the way to the goalkeeper again on the follow-up cross. Oh, man. I keep forgetting, guys, that every time I send a text, and this has happened all stream. Hold on one second. Guatemala pushing forward again. Long cross into the 6, but it's collected by Matt Freeze. I don't know if any of y'all stream, but I keep sending texts, and everyone like hears that I send a message or someone. That's another interception, and like the message is delayed. I keep forgetting about that. That happens sometimes when I'm broadcasting as well. It's a nice ball into the 18-yard box. Collision on the end line, but it's out of play for a goal kick. So Altan couldn't connect with his striker in Ruben, and it's out for a goal kick for the U.S. I think we might have another sub. We do. It's Darwin Lomchat and Ordonez. So Guatemala are out of subs. Or Archimedes Ordonez, who plays for Zimbru in That's the most random player so far. It goes to this dude. Guatemalan playing in Moldova. That's perfect. I actually think he might have forced the turnover. It's out for throw in USA, though. US have made one change. Guatemala have made all five. So the Central America country is really going for it, and we're going to have a water break stoppage again. So they're doing something called the water break is in session, chat. And while we wait here for play to resume, hit the subscribe button so you don't have to wait for the water breaks to conclude. Someone just texted me, where's the prime towel? No, that's a good question. I actually don't know where it is. So, fair play to my friends for texting me where the prime towel is. That's a good question. So we're ready to go. I guess I'm not. No, we are. Excellent. And we Arston to take the throw in. To go long, but winning it back initially, but heading it out of play was Guatemala's recent substitute, the 22 of Franco. Throw in taken by the U.S. Goes short. Battle for it now in the midfield. One back by Adams. Now Tillman for the U.S. Still a battle for it. Tillman out muscling multiple players. And the U.S. are able to retain possession. Winner will go play Sunday night, chat, which is why I can't do the match. There's Luna trying to connect with Aronson, but winning it back was Samayoa. 17 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Guatemala, if they want to get a result, they have to go for it. They gotta go now, and they gotta go now. They are pushing for it. Herrera slide tackle Tillman. That missed, but the second tackle got him. But Guatemala still have possession. Now they have it on the far side with the speedy fullback of Morales. He's cutting through the inside. Morales low cross, but it's collected by Matt Freeze. That was actually, I thought it was Morales. No, it was Ordonez. Also, big slide shot. He hurdled the slide tackle. The initial slide tackle got past Freeman. Low cross. Couldn't find the 18 of Santis. Danny, bro, what's up, bro? Having a great time keeping up with the cup. This Gold Cup's been excellent. Like, I know a lot of people shit talk the Gold Cup because, like, half the teams are bad. How is that not a foul? Taking a hit from behind was Adams. And now Guatemala are pushing forward again, but winning it back is Zimmerman. Yeah, the tournament's been great. a lot of upsets. A lot of teams I didn't expect to do well are succeeding. Guatemala being one of them. They got thrown into a group with Jamaica and Panama, two fairly respectable countries. You had Canada lose early. Um, Brilliant battle with like the group with Mexico. That group was awesome. So yeah, the Gold Cup has been great. Club World Cup has been great also. We'll talk about that another time though. Guatemala are back on the ball again. They have to go wide to Herrera. Still passing between the back line is Guatemala. They like to go to the near side wing. Pushing forward are the visitors. Lom, the substitute. They try to go the 1-2. Lom flicks it into the 6, but no one's there, and it's over the end line out for a goal kick. Escobar and Lom were trying to connect the two substitutes, but really no one there. And we're going to get some more subs in a second. John Tolkien is one of them. Other sub, Jack McGlynn. Why aren't we subbing out Richards again? I guess we're going to sell Delatore for the yellow, but I don't know. I don't know, chat. I don't know why they're not subbing out Richards. Someone asked that, texted me that earlier. Why aren't they subbing out Richards? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. So here are the subs. One player coming off is Diego Luna. He's replaced by by the number 2, John Tolkien. Also coming off is, they haven't shown who it is yet. Also coming off is Tyler Adams. So not Luca Delatore. And he is replaced by number 6, Jack McGlynn. So Tolkien and McGlynn on. I think we just got a yellow card, out of nowhere for no reason. We'll confirm that in a second. I don't know what just happened. Matt Freese got a yellow in the middle of a substitution. Why? I don't know what this referee's on about. That's a throw-in for the U.S., though. We'll take that. Frozone getting a... Bruh. Frozone getting a yellow card. Ice cold decision by the referee. We could make all... Oh, my God. We should make all these jokes all match. I'm such an idiot. That's a foul. That's a free kick for the U.S. Dude, we could make it the cold joke all day. Like, cold decision by the referee to call out to that foul for the wrong team. What other jokes could we have made? I have no idea. U.S. have it now with Aguiamang. Having a very physical duel. Was able to maintain possession. That was excellent work, though, by Pinto. And we're going to get a foul after a U.S. miscue. Free kick, Guatemala. Now whipping across in are the visitors, but it's flicked away possibly by Freeman. Throwing Guatemala again. They throw it back to Jonathan Franco. His cross in is headed away by Tim Ream. And now with it is the number 7, Herrera. The U.S. dominated possession early, dominated everything early. After the first 15 minutes, the U.S. has been outshot 16-6 still. So not the best looking game for the United States. Guatemala pushing forward again, dancing through defenders. A shot and a goal! Guatemala are back in it. Well, that changes a lot. It was a shot just inside the 18-yard box. And you can see the celebrations now as Guatemala are somehow back in this game. It's the 19 of Ordonez who just dribbles in, goes by 3 defenders, and he's able to slip one home. And for a guy like Ordonez, 21 years old, plays for Zimbru in the Moldovan League, a league that started already. Oh, correction, I had the wrong goal scorer. It's Olger Escobar who scored, who plays for CF Montreal. They initially it looked like Ordonez, but it must have been Escobar who took the last shot. Or they got it wrong. I don't know. It is a goal for Escobar, assisted by Ordonez. I thought it was the opposite. My fault, chat. So after having their backs against the wall for the majority of the match, we're going to have a whistle and a foul, I believe, against Guatemala. Ah, Escobar took the shot. He took it off of Ordonez's foot. That's what happened. Okay. I thought it was the opposite, chat. My fault, boys. U.S. in possession. Malik Tillman gets taken down. It'll be a free kick for the Stars and Stripes. Can we finish this and win a match and not make me nervous? Never. It's the U.S. men's national team. You know who we're talking about. Come on, guys. Every game is stressful when you're a fan of the U.S. Facts. That's a very accurate way to put it. It is a free kick. And it will be taken by I don't know who, honestly. Over the ball, one of them was Jack McGlynn. It is McGlynn to take for the U.S. McGlynn's ball whipped in, headed on, but it's right at the goalkeeper, Navarro. That was a big chance for the U.S., but the clearance was won back by Tolkien, who just tries to keep it in play. Guatemala wins it back. Dying minutes. This is not what I was hoping for, honestly, but this is what I thought could happen. For how many chances Guatemala got, they deserve the goal, but this is getting a little dicey. They're pushing forward again. With it now is Herrera. Lofted ball towards the far side of the 18-yard box. Handball appeal. It's not going to be called. And the U.S. are able to clear it away. Guatemala passing it through the back line again. Now Herrera near side. U.S. preparing another change. It's got flicked on, but kept in play by Guatemala. Physical little big sliding challenge by Malik Tillman on Ordonez. And it's a foul, free kick, Guatemala. Man, what a match. What a game. Well, you dicey last couple of minutes, I could tell you that. Hopefully we don't go to pens, because there is no extra time in this round. Because I don't have the graphics set up. I could set up in like a minute. Ball whipped in through the 6-yard box and out of play for a goal kick. Was not a bad ball in by Guatemala, but a little bit too far, and it's out of play, goal kick. So it looks like the U.S. are preparing 2 subs. One of them, I believe, is Damian Downs. It's Damian Downs and Walker Zimmerman for the U.S. So here they are. There is Walker Zimmerman. He replaces Arvston. And coming on is Damian Downs. And he replaces Agyemang. Downs, who of course scored the winner in the penalty shootout against Costa Rica. He goes into an aerial duel immediately after the goal kick. Keeping it in, though, is Guatemala. They hit it forward. Nice initial interception by Berhalter. And hitting it forward eventually was Zimmerman. Battle for it with, I believe, McGlynn, and he's going to call for a foul for a hit from behind on Morales. As the sun sets in St. Louis, or starting to set in St. Louis, this game is heading towards its conclusion. But there's still pages of the story to be written between the United States and Guatemala here this evening. Ball over the top, a collision towards the top of the D at the top of the 18-yard box. Guatemalan player went down, but play continues. Hit forward by the U.S. into the direction of Brendan Aronson on the near side wing. Nice job defensively there by Pinto to keep it in for Guatemala. Able to connect with Herrera, then goes back all the way to the goalkeeper. Now playing it through the back line are Guatemala. Here's Herrera. Hits it forward, trying to push one down the near side wing. It's going to be a physical duel to the end line, and it's out of play. Goal kick U.S. Nice work there by Tim Ream to track back and get a goal kick for the Stars and Stripes. U.S. opened the score with 2 goals from Diego Luna, but a late goal by Escobar. By Olger Escobar, the 18-year-old. Got one back for the 106th ranked team in the world. After the goal kick, we have a foul. After an aerial collision, Tim Ream was the one drawing the contact. It'll be a free kick for the United States. Yeah, what a match. This game's been way better than I thought it was way better than I thought. And the fact that there's still a lot that could happen in a game like this is nuts. It's absolutely nuts. U.S. hit it forward in the direction of Tolkien, cleared away partially by Pinto. And we're going to get another foul against the United States with Malik Tillman. And he's going to go with a shouting battle with Santis. As we're in minute number 88 now. Guatemala, it's nearing now or never time. They are able to keep it in far side. Ordonez gets tangled a little bit with Freeman. It's out of play, throw in United States. Nice work there by the young fullback in Freeman. See a lot of fans shouting at the referee. A lot of Guatemalan support. As we await the throw-in. U.S. take it. Battle in the midfield for the second ball. It's collected by Guatemala. They have to try and keep it in play with Herrera. They're able to do so. Herrera enters the U.S. half, plays it back. And they have to start moving forward. Here's Samayoa. Now Pinto. Guatemala running out of time, just playing it through their back line right now. But the U.S. are showing great pressure with Damian Downs. Guatemala are not able to really push forward right now, but now they're able to. Swings it over to Morales. Guatemala pushing forward. Long ball into the 18 by Morales. Misses everyone. Follow-up chance after initial clearance by Tolkien is cleared away by the U.S. Into the 90th minute we go in the Gold Cup semifinals on RBTV. United States 2, Guatemala 1. U.S. defending for their life. I did not think I'd be saying that. Guatemala, give them credit. They've put up an excellent fight in this game so far. Do they have a second goal in them? Collision at the top of the 18 with a U.S. and Guatemalan player. Walker Zimmerman goes down. Free kick, United States. Samayoa might have taken down Zimmerman. Let's see how much stoppage time we get. It'll be 4 added minutes to the end of this game. So 4 minutes for Guatemala to find a second goal. Big clearance out of play on the near side past the U.S. technical area. They'll be throwing for Guatemala. Matt Freeze, errant clearance. Guatemala takes the throw in long, but they went backwards with it. Now it's to the far side, Morales. Elects to go. And now playing it through their back line now is Castellanos for Guatemala. Next ball is deflected. And another deflection. We'll see where it's going to go. It's a throw-in for Guatemala. Mauricio Pochettino not liking that call from the referee. Scramble for the ball on the near side. One back by the U.S. initially, Tillman. But then it was intercepted by the 4 of Pinto. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. No, play continues. Guatemala has it. Escaping through it is Herrera. He elects to go near side wing, Santis. Ball to the top of the box. Long strike. Big save by Freeze. Ice cold save by the U.S. goalkeeper. Shot was taken by Morales. Everyone going forward now for Guatemala. This is the match. Corner taken far side. It's a good ball into the 6. Might have been headed backwards by the Guatemalan goalkeeper, Navarro. Kept in by Herrera. No, Ordonez. Ordonez, big dribble. And it's too far, and it's over the end line, out for a goal kick. And the U.S. team can breathe for a moment. Let's go back to that shot from Morales. Big save by Freeze. Ice cold save by the US's new #1 keeper. Excellent work there. As we're waiting for the clearance, the referee blew the whistle. I'm not sure what for. Everyone's confused. Even your narrator is confused of what just happened. Play resumes. Long clearance. Initially one back by Guatemala. Tolkien errant second ball. Headed forward by the away side. Here's Lom. Keeps it in for Guatemala. Now Morales. And now pushing forward is one of the center backs, Pinto. Herrera. It's a physical duel. One back by Tillman. He escapes. It gets taken down. This will be a yellow card. Malik Tillman with one of the biggest plays of the match. And now everything's kicking off now. Tim Ream is getting involved. What a physical duel. Santis and Tillman, who are going at it all night long. And Malik Tillman gets taken down. It'll be a free kick for the U.S. as Santis, the 18, Oscar Santis, who got a yellow card. As we're into the final seconds of stoppage time, we'll see how much more is left. But it looks like we could be heading down to all of the remaining seconds. U.S. killing off more time. Tim Ream hits it forward. That's the 4 minutes. We'll see how much more is left. Damian Downs fails to keep it in. It is a goal kick. How much time remains in this match? Looks like the referee will be giving a chance for Luis Tena's side. From the looks of it, Guatemala gotta go. They gotta go if they want it. Long switch towards the top of the 18, headed away by Tim Ream, and that will do it. The United States of America are back in the Gold Cup final. A sigh of relief for Mauricio Pochettino's side as the Stars and Stripes survive in St. Louis. A matchup between one of the favorites and one of the biggest underdogs that made the knockouts. But it was a double, 2 goals from Diego Luna that book the United States a place in the final on Sunday. Matt Freese with some big moments in the end, keeping the U.S. in front late as the United States victorious in the Gold Cup again, as they now get 5 wins from 5 and are 1 game away from their first Gold Cup since 2021. That will do it for this stream today on RBTV. Mexico against Honduras is the other Gold Cup match. It kicks off at 10 p.m. on FS1 if you want to watch it. The final is Sunday at 6. It'll be a good one between whoever is there. Will it be Mexico, who were the favorites going in, or will it be Honduras, who lost 6-0 in their opener and have battled back to the semifinal? But you'll have to wait and see for that one. But for now, I'm Robbie Basel saying so long and good night. The United States victorious over Guatemala. They win this one by a final score of the United States 2, Guatemala 1.